Okay, now Wadaroma, you met here for Kwaba and Fambra big screens, so we're having a discussion. Of course, this is the big game. Arsenal, our Emirates against Real Madrid. Into Yababa discussion. Wadaroma, who's here radio now, Oba television, also announce say Oba Facebook, ebe boa we send ebeya and common be de who's here radio so be cham for need achiro send ebeya and common so be de dia ma iti there's a so asote any eba be bon ko kwame. Yes, started a bonko. Big game.
Big game. I always say, Anka Arsenal and Madrid, Nanka Bayern Inter, I always say a big game. The party. Oh, can you cry Bayern Inter? But now Real Madrid said you'll be a person Madrid. It's me lose and no.
And a gun in you so Arsenal. Second is say maybe a gun in Ibiano support. Him say Nadia. Ebi a best Sunday because say maybe a gun in Ibia will be your town which
no cray. And I won't say you whom Arsenal so Real Madrid. At this stage, I checked 19 years in ye. Wow. Yeah, the last time I'm about Ireland in Bishia, Arsenal, no 0-0. So after 19 years, Real Madrid Asaba, London or Baba Bishia, Arsenal Bubuku. By Kweku, yeah. A UEFA Champions League, Enye La Liga, Enye FA Cup, Enye Premier League, Enye La Liga, Enye Copa del Rey, Enye UEFA Champions League. Na se uti UEFA Champions League anthem no. Now you boy UEFA Champions League. The first club about team no a Real Madrid bobuku no. About experience, about character, about game changes. Bibia efa UEFA Champions League no. Real Madrid e was so saying Arsenal bobuku no. But Real Madrid fans don't want our miss feeling ene. Because of Real Madrid for form. Madrid form ne the best so ama Madrid for no miss feeling say as a match no efo as a match no enyefo. But in terms of experience, character, Bibiano, Equadema Madrid. Arsenal on the other side. Arsenal any character and saying Real Madrid. Only experience and saying Real Madrid will UEFA Champions League. By Arsenal, would you say no bet match Real Madrid? So the first question I be someone here say, dear Nama Arsenal when you GDA say on bet match Real Madrid and then one. Medical church him say football you afraid be say home supremacy. Home supremacy with football which say how our home team no our power. Our authority and dominating every opponent or benefit. In the case of Arsenal in the UEFA Champions League from 2023 basically, Obian Meshe Arsenal will in the UEFA Champions League. So about 2 years, Obian you are Arsenal FSA about Champions League or Babesha Arsenal, Bayern Akoho, PSG Akoho, teams are Kessia Akoho, on him say, some teams in your teams are not going to be expected to back Arsenal, but to me. So Arsenal because of sa home supremacy no emomu gidie de etoso mienu ene Arsenal from a tactical standpoint ebe ha Real Madrid pa ene from a tactical standpoint Arsenal won nyoma mo betimi de ha Real Madrid se o hwe game no from a tactical aspect of the game Real Madrid mostly so mo build your attack na sanke betimi nyoma likely lineup na etimi dia discuss here Real Madrid likely lineup no Madrid, you know.
Yes, I Madrid.
I most likely say Courtois, Rudiger, then Abranti Fenisa Asensio, Lucas Vazquez, and reporter Banimpo
Hannah, we are looking at having David Alaba on the left.
I most likely say David Alaba.
Which we'll have a conversation about that because I think say risky to put David Alaba here.
No crap.
Into the lineup, no, likely say
David Alaba.
The midfield, no.
Midfield no Valverde Tchouaméni out of this game so Jude Bellingham ebebo then ye ba benya Kamavinga ewo ho kwaku problem e wom ni say from a tactical standpoint baby Real Madrid enku yidi mo ni say Carlo Ancelotti this season mostly you person or build it from the back say or build it from the back ubenya Asensio ubenya David Alaba we chiro ubenya Vazquez no wenya Rudiger Premier League and I said Europe in the UEFA Champions League. In terms of passes per defensive action, yem press high ewo position third. Arsenal eka the top 3 no.
Okay.
So say Real Madrid say obe build from the back. Na Madrid back no so obe build no. Say omo build from the back. A team no ane kwa akobo no on city deep.
Yeah.
Sanka yade say Real Madrid kwa akohia team or city deeper. Madrid benya sa obenya space. Obenya comfortable to build from the back. But in this case, team na Real Madrid kwa akohia no oni impress pa And only can say sky high pressing. Arsenal for to me press opponent nan kasa half. Now omo press opponent ne half. Omo very aggressive and proactive. Arsenal air press opponent half. Omo proactive and aggressive. So in this case, omo Real Madrid ain't feel comfortable building from the back. So Real Madrid didn't mean feel comfortable building from the back. The training is say obe force Real Madrid say either say obe call long balls. Real Madrid be call the side way and obey mistakes. And me no mienu say Real Madrid for any home miensa no. Abrante fan say Mbappe, Vini Junior and Rodrigo. Say ye winning high balls omo nyade. Saliba we ahead of Real Madrid. Kylian we ahead of Real Madrid for anyone say in terms of sa high balls no we yade. So Arsenal for ebe force Real Madrid say omo boss sa long balls no. Say omo long balls na e go in favor of Arsenal team no. That's the first major problem at Arsenal beat with their Real Madrid.
But Kwame, with this issue, no, I also think it plays to the advantage of Real Madrid. Let me tell you why. Because Madrid ye team normally say almost your teams almost press here. Are passing from the back? No one tying any baby. Maybe Madrid can lure Arsenal say Thibaut Courtois fabo, Asensio a BM, Rudiger BM. My pass it.
Check your Facebook network and more. Network on
Facebook. In a situation now, we are still with the Real Madrid build-up. Thibaut Courtois football. There's an option Ewanensa Asensio. There's another option Edema Antonio Rudiger. Arsenal being Arsenal on the press because Bukayo Saka will press from the other side. Ebia Martinelli say Trossard Nebo Asenamana. Arsenal will press. Now, say any one for the press here. See be an impressive the midfielders will follow. Defenders will follow. Meaning say Arsenal be move from a normal line or Ediako winning. This is why I think say Thibaut Courtois be play major role. Courtois is small baller. On town small ball ain't see player also because ideally say a small ball na fast thrower. William Saliba versus Kylian Mbappe, Saliba befa. Say Kylian Kra befa. Say a small ball no do call left to what. And I say right in the case say was small ball no do call Vini wa. Ben White befa and so the major right back be befa. But Thibaut Courtois knowing Thibaut Courtois very well. Say they normally put the ball our spaces, which is I feel say a top spacer. Mbappe with the pace to pick, Vinicius Junior with the pace to pick, Rodrigo Goes with the pace. It me feel say Arsenal for if they are not careful, Madrid for better trap.
And baby still now they playing advantage for Arsenal. You say Courtois, everybody caught the wide area now. Arsenal, a fullback defensively, very disciplined.
Very well.
Timber the Babo, you're very disciplined defensively. Say Luis Kelly Nimpokran defensively on your back. So what check Real Madrid that anytime Biana say Real Madrid, omukusia opponent ne e press very well no. E ya check Real Madrid midfield. Mostly say Real Madrid kusia team or press very well no. Anytime Real Madrid be beat sa team ne pressing Biana, either say or Luka Modric or Chassis and also or Dani Ceballos. I will to control game everything in possession. Our own slow pressing. So anytime they are Real Madrid for Biano, say only sa two players now make for the slim side. In this case, Camavinga. On to me yes adieno. Okofa Freddy Valverde. Freddy Valverde ain't that type of midfielder. Okofa Jude Bellingham the any say or protectable or carry ball and make sure so be create the amount. So Real Madrid that all Luka Modric change as here. Dani Ceballos say ni hono. Say Real Madrid say obe build from the back. Na obe BT Arsenal press nimpo krana. Why ana press resistant midfielder in this case?
So they'll bypass the midfield.
So bypass the midfield now ball long balls now. Still now Arsenal in terms of winning the high balls, 50-50 balls, first ball, second balls, and they say playing
now one football now or the ball no two spaces. So because Kwame, my fear is that say Real Madrid enya Arsenal for 1v1 which they were. Real Madrid will hands them. In fact, on the how we because just in a situation you say set you we are
taking decisions on Camavinga. So Camavinga bar. What shall be creativity? Once and say so much about now. Courtois was him. What I call for long. Or call for longer. One it me ahead of ball.
So the conversation is that say Thibaut Courtois football. Either they are passing, no more bypassing Arsenal for press, or they are bypassing or midfield on Beko long. Long na ye can Timu Kutua knows very well said there is no way a Saliba Bejai Ama Mbappe for Bono air. So they are not going to do that. They are going to put the ball in space. And then I say me fear and say just imagine say ya ball and they are two spacer. Mbappe Saliba Mbappe will pick. My friend say what press Madrid Bebreba. One when you are leaving Vinicius Junior versus Timber. You are leaving Ebia say left back one. Uko jai bia Luis Kelly versus Rodrigo Goes. Uko jai ebia Kilo Saliba versus Mbappe. Mbappe is Madrid be hand to omo. It me feel say they should not do that. Madrid, the more you press them, who just spaces Madrid for who space. If they start doing that now, Babe Breba, on be hand so.
Typical example, the can a typical example. Real Madrid ne Manchester City, omo di bi yomo. By difference, woman here say City press higher. One. Enye coordinated, omunye aggressive, omunye proactive. So say oye Real Madrid na koto ebe long ball na, onya time and space to place accurate long ball. E di akwa koto space ama Vinicius, ene Mbappe akwa kofa. But in the case of Arsenal, and now say all press here one, ne front three, Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, Merino ebe press hard. Omo press here is being backed by omo midfielders Abenya Declan Rice, Patemu ene Martin Odegaard ebake. So omo pressing no well calculated and coordinated, very aggressive and proactive. So say oje ball na be massa long balls na unta nya space. Omo force so ema wo ball long ball na e suit you no Arsenal and na be mistake. So in this case, Real Madrid for be here midfielder. Who expect to say you press here harder or be drop deep. I act as a deep lying playmaker. I no be retain compartment or be retain this ball no. And the calmness number. So anytime be a team here we face Real Madrid this season, no more pressing hard biano. E ya na Real Madrid with Dennis Ceballos ne Modric.
Okay.
By this case, omini side be. So in terms of the midfield control, Arsenal sign advantage.
So and Arsenal they be control game no, right? Because Odegaard ne Declan Rice team ba. I just said the party be control game.
Good.
Odegaard Declan Rice so team ba party be control game. So party control game na. I just said Madrid left and right omo ka Alaba ne Vasquez no. Then Martinelli ne Saka. Not just said game never be video mo.
I don't know who
know. Can say Arsenal will control the game. You know? I think Arsenal will control possession. Real Madrid will control the transitions. Exactly. So it is not as if.
And so many times this season, Madrid I comebacks. Others, sorry, Arsenal defenders, you know, any the Arsenal ball, especially in the middle. Watch what this is in Champions League. A game some more. Once someone committee on who be brave. Say, I'm dominating middle now. Now, some Madrid for your Madrid, so we control transitions now. We want to say empha.
Hey.
Left and right, and then
Madrid, Anna.
The other back could not throw. Now, above Vasquez as number 2. Me know you name himself. Omuntini handle Sakane.
You see, Ken Wadaroma, honestly.
I'm the BI share Mbappe, Vini, and the BI Casa, Carlo Ancelotti, sent decision. Emma was an Mbappe in the Manfim, was an Rodrigo Aiden, Wabechi, was an Vini, Wabechi, because Omunya born in your name, and won't tell some withdraw. About Arsenal opinion.
Okay, so Kwame, won't say, honestly, one of the shocks are minyaye. Men susuda. Se metim po say, adwin bi kura Bakalo Ancelotti mu say, obebo David Alaba. Lucas Vasquez the Quebecer say, mempe but Alaba de. Strangely, oba back kura no. Central defense no kura mi hu ni. Inti one strange decision. For Lucas Vasquez, come in. Player BR wa bought as a winger BR no say or turning as a right backer. Clearly, who say defensively or issues. I to say Jesus Navas wa come on right back. Time will be a different wingers BR or turning as right back no. Aya na defensively or issue. Now the entire Lucas Vasquez 2-3 years ni wa ba kakra ne say time will be no Carlo Ancelotti make sure say someone is in front of him and defensively or ye adwuma yi pa. It 3 years ago Omababa say Fede Valverde never from the right wing. Or Fede Valverde will double up. Obebwani defensively. Recently, time will be as almost Lucas Vazquez in the tour. Ayana Rodrigo Goes, Eye Juma Pa de Mano. But now he's being exposed. And one thing that me feel say Lucas Vazquez bebo tour. Kwame. Ebia Rodrigo Goes never started from the wings. Or me who say Luka Modric ebo or Kamavinga. Now Ebia was so at the Fed at the Jude Bellingham Akanwa. And Ebia Fede Valverde never come more of the right. In Tainema you know. So if you play Lucas Vazquez as a right backer, either you are telling Rodrigo Goes to be defensively sure, say, Okwa, because Martinelli or Hacking or Fede Valverde will probably be looking at that area.
Let me share you back. My say Carlo Ancelotti said decision on Frank Garcia and Alaba. Now I ask set pieces in India. We will not open numbers.
Okay.
Open height.
I think we'll have a discussion on the set pieces, yeah.
Say a couple of in a corner kick. Because I think it's a Sawasha, Courtois and Carlo Ancelotti, and I know we discuss about Arsenal set pieces. As indeed, Arsenal set pieces. And then if Alaba become defenders, Obenya Alaba, Rudiger, Jude Beba become
good shout. Good shout. Good
but
shout.
As a those set pieces now, you will play.
A
good shout.
Baby, a Carlo Mohe free, you know. Good.
Yeah.
By baby Susua. Ebe go disadvantage yese. On say oni kwaku discussing na no. Bukayo Saka ni Gabriel Martinelli di omni David Alaba ne Vazquez. By football no kwaku asesa nyoma bebre. Ateta wasesa nyoma bebre. Apart from 1-1 na Saka ne Martinelli very good no. Anytime be a Arsenal ba attack bia no. Se o pese ohun se Martinelli any Bukayo Saka will give him pana. Ateta you saw dear friend said the broad wide overload. On the left side, Enkoye Martinelli nkwa. Luis Kelly pushi ko nanim. Declan Rice pushi ko nanim. Sa 3 players no overload the opponent ne right back.
Yeah.
Baby Bukayo Saka wono, David Alaba wono. Enkoye Bukayo Saka nkwa ni David Alaba. Ye benya the right back of Arsenal so be join the attack alongside Martin Odegaard. So the wide areas ni na Arsenal overload. And one na problem no because Real Madrid for right, baby Vazquez be wono. Defensively, Fede Valverde a very good obey to Markova. Rodrigo a very good obey to Markova. So, 2 players no. Eba be cover Vazquez one. On bet me, I'm making sure some protect it. I cover Vazquez. By on the left side, maybe a David Alaba be one. Vinicius Junior defensively obey to my very drana.
And then one of the so they will put Jude Bellingham there. What about
that? So Eba Jude nkwa.
Exactly.
Say koye Jude ne kwa David Alaba. Arsenal on that side. Emenya Bukayo Saka. Say Timber never right back. Any Martin Odegaard still now 3 versus 2. Our advantage.
Okay, so what about this situation? What about Lucas Vazquez? What policy Fede Valverde to help him? What about David Alaba? What policy Jude Bellingham, who is also defensively very good. To help Alaba. Meaning say, about Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Junior, in case say transitions not far. And I think it's Kenya bad because if you are doing a transition, not really near Kylian Mbappe near on be deadly. Arsenal will be careful to go for it.
No, let's not forget, say in terms of counter-pressing football, to be honest with you, Arsenal are one of the best.
But one say, yeah, can't wait now. Arsenal for Mikel Arteta and him say, so when you have results, they have to forget. Because maybe for no found now, or then this is the year coming in. Oh, Banabel. So what they
1-0, 2-0, Koha.
Even 1-0. Arsenal 2-0,
no, 2-0, you won't survive there.
But
I'm sorry.
But 1-0, they're better. So what I say, so this is the time. Only a week, especially with you. We would get that boy Raul
Asensio.
As someone that we players are GGA, a woman. And coach may take a decision, said then, because of the Declan Rice party, Odegaard, into Obabo Kamavinga. Or Fede Valverde bere ebe come na Jude e withdraw na Rodrigo Sabere
ebe come
so ombenya 4 e wan finfi ho so what I say na koye Vini and Mbappe then ombe switch we far omunyina one area. Arsenal very good defenders, especially during team when said this season so what drive and that's Kelly boy
But you see, talking about Arsenal, I think that we are also not being fair to Madrid because Arsenal are very weak too. Defensive way because Gabriel Magalhaes is not playing. And America says, "Oh, Bona Kyo."
And
It's a sad Madrid is also about David Alaba because who the key only Kojina Mbappe and Vinicius Junior him. Indeed, as much as we are acknowledging the fact to say Madrid defensively weak, Arsenal also defensively weak. Luis Kelly no ya no. And then about the greatest test too.
But one thing they say, the Abema nipa dodo na aka say, ombeko ediama Arsenal defensively they say oh compare two teams now this season defensively Madrid any Arsenal there no Madrid dey shaky more.
The last 2 matches someone consider 6.
Madrid dey shaky more.
It is Ancelotti first say because this stage ultimate consider goes with one goal be accounted.
So Kwame,
last 2 teams no match Madrid na obi o twa bet bia hu ni say Madrid be consider goal.
Oh, Ken me pamucho.
You heard the Madrid bet me ide because someone say.
So I think say Ken.
There be no be consider goal. Madrid team mo game Champions League game obenya clean sheet.
Clean sheet are some there. You see Madrid now almost 2 faces. They be I want to say especially any more for no. Either they are playing too well or they are playing too bad. Madrid can show you a face or the ball Sasuna. No, Buefusa or Manchester City or Champions League or be a different animal. Madrid better show a bad face against Real Betis. Oh, TV, no Buefu, no Di Carlo Ancelotti at them. And the Ebechino, no Master San, no Master Atletico Madrid. Into Kofono, so what they are there back? Esha moi, o conversation ne best.
But in Koma ye di no. The air canina no say ye di can from a tactical aspect of the game.
Very well.
And currently, from a tactical aspect of the game, Arsenal were more weapons or the better Real Madrid than Real Madrid did from so who use tactical aspect now. And you can't about Madrid defense is shaky. Midfield. Another problem Madrid defense, Arsenal strengths have been the set pieces.
Okay, let's have a conversation.
The set pieces. Real Madrid weakness this season. Arsenal also they share goals because Arsenal share 93 goals this season. 93 goals now Arsenal share no. And 33% are from set piece. Na can you perceive a deal come over big screen so pay ye. On say your ball corner kicks are. You will be on the left side. You will be on the right side. Where are the left side? Arsenal nya corner kick on the left side. The omo ye ni say on say you will in swing. In swing ni ye. Ball now, echo inside the box na nkasa no.
For example, I fight say Arsenal enya corner kick na obi oye right, Declan Rice eko gina ho. Say oba eye in swinger. Okay.
Then you will out swing. In this case, say Arsenal enya corner kick on the left side da. 97% eye in swing.
It is a right, obi oye right.
Obi oye right the kobo ho.
A boss out from the left. It's normally Declan Rice na bo.
Ana die onsa corner kick or the eba ne shot. Eno nkwa na o maye ne 3% pe.
There's a dot one na no obo cross it.
Omo cross it but inside of opponent no e box nim. Ana se corner kick ne ba the right side a. Eno so in swing ne 86%. 86%. So Arsenal nya corner kick from the right side and the left side a. Majority of our corner kicks ne in swing. And I have seen a problem the war. Because anytime we are Arsenal bebo corner kick be an ken omo allow opponent ne say on defend the zone. So opponent ne be na so be protecting the penalty box. Arsenal players about bear 5. Eba ko gina opponent ne goal post omo machi. Tell me nya mbo ball no. By say ball ne ba and them say opponent ne defend the zone no, who protect the zone no. By say kick ne ba na delivery ne ba, players ne be running behind. Omo running a omo be obstruction. Obstruction ne say.
Obstruction na what kind of party na normally we say man. We were normally say we are party team ka ball no. Onu mum try say omo obstructive players are omo ba attack ne fa say Saliba na say one never. And omo lose two without mega highest ne car harvest. Omo a work akano. So a better party Saliba na one.
Say blockers for na. Say Marino so bo as a false 9 and also one dangerous guy.
Another dangerous player.
Yeah, but Kwame, say we are still having a discussion on it. One of those things you need to notice is say Arsenal for set pieces, no, and Pempi, no, a goalkeeper area was sa box kits, no, and one Arsenal normally only born it. Now, this I want to have a conversation, Kwame. Real Madrid first La Liga game. Rodrigo Guez ne shego. Mayoka fonya corner kick. Mayoka for the corner kick ne show. Murici ne share sa goal. Yambra enim sake of time. Recent times. Mone Real Sofia dad. Mo the set piece nia. I do call extra. Omo share mo set piece. Against Valencia. Another what?
Set piece.
Then obviously say there's a problem which Madrid needs to look at because nkomana ye di no one pa because Arsenal forces strengths any eho. First question I asked na second. Say Arsenal for corner kick no mo do two baby a goalkeeper ni dinanka sankasa. Because why is it that Real Madrid are also conceding goals from the same zone because some goalkeeper no so one. I sent Perry me send no picture me. Let's if I'll get that picture now. Box in the moon. You realize it's like yanko the next one, yanko the next ones, baby. Park no access so dear. Kwame, adia ba kwa ye me one say Kwame. Timu kutua owa. Arsenal for no so will try so on be hekel no. What I say? It's Oria screens iswa. Normally, Real Madrid for the defend and we defend is a timu kutua ni. When necessary protected Thibaut Courtois box ni say wo Antonio Rudiger who are Asensio who are Jude Bellingham who are Fede Valverde say you protect say Thibaut Courtois are there na teams Real Madrid e will the same zone. First question in here.
And plan on this Nana Dream say Jude Bellingham be protected our first ball so player be the now
Fede
Valverde.
Fede Valverde.
Yeah.
That is the area because Raul Asensio Otimi Jampe. I don't think so. Wait till Saliba.
Listen, Anya, we are bare three.
Young fun say Rudiger and the main man. Or for Saliba. One of party more those players now height. Because we are on playing in way. Set pieces, you know. Mbappe, Jeboa, Obetima wonders. And your Madrid for no this season. Or my year be over this season. Mbappe Betima change the game, no. Vinicius bet me change, Rodrigo bet me change. At any point in time, some friend will be able to change the game now. But as na GDA say, so bet me you no more defend the ball. We need be here.
Okay. But Kwame, Arsenal for no more say ombe corner kicks that. Nyina kogu. Inti how will you say Asensio ko market on master party and you don't know
because nyina fan say Arsenal nya corner kicker. Sa box ni
oh Arsenal corner kick or if they'll get that picture for us.
Sa box ni no. Madrid players and kwan able protect sa zone.
Kwame, em so nyina be abegu ha se ya. Oh kwai dey no.
In this case, opponent no na West Ham no omo need the can protect zone. Arsenal players no won actually. So in this case, opponent ni ye zone na marking. Ball ye release ball na Arsenal players no eba ko obstruct. Omo ko obstruct ya. Ebema Real Madrid focus ni every zone na afi the aba player ne so. And when Arsenal players don't be pinball no, ebenya sa zone na pinball.
And again, the can attack goalkeeper. Thibaut Courtois. So first, let's have a real discussion. Thibaut Courtois Osua. On my target, Thomas Partey and Tayesa. My question is say, I didn't Thibaut Courtois and take a crack. Can now Obama Thomas Partey waba hekelo. He needs to show up. No, but no, yes, no, but it's you. Arsenal for no. We are not. On the pin, no one can hear on the target. So,
at any point, you PM your social stretch.
And yes, so all penny easy, but on the blocking path for no. So, on my own, it's a idea almost said I goalkeeper.
But can the
Exactly. Of course, you say why you would training. Plus, no say Thibaut Courtois so much training on it, sir. In the area, say training no more can.
Asama, ye can you and say, oh, Samine apa. To me. From a tactical aspect of the game, Arsenal, a weapon or the Real Madrid. Arsenal, a methodical team, or more useful system. But the Real Madrid team near when you say, you have Champions League, go to me, our system, no tactics here.
Yeah, at any point.
Say, Arsenal system now near Juma, the tactics are near Juma. Arsenal will game changers, Anna.
Nah, that is the real switching.
And then they Real Madrid for weapon.
And only at the end, because game changes, you know.
And no, Arsenal bet my tactics, no, they favor Arsenal. Tactics in favor Arsenal. But Real Madrid for any methodical team or individual brilliance or best game, no. And he switch here, anti game no can. A game back to me, Real Madrid for be qualify or Benabao.